It's about time we talk about this rookie class and how insane it has been. I'm not gonna lie, I'm surprised. Like normally when rookies come into the league, even if they're bad or even if they're good, they normally perform not at an all-star level or not crazily. They have time, couple months to develop and get used to the NBA. But for some reason, this rookie class has just come into the league and there is like 5 guys who could you could see being all-stars in the next couple years. So in this video, I'm gonna go over the top 5 guys in this draft. Cooper Flagg, Dylan Harper, VJ Edgecombe, and Ace Bailey. And we're just gonna be looking at their stats for the first week in their NBA careers. Starting off with the main man, Cooper Flagg, Dallas Maverick first overall pick, 13.8 points, 6.5 rebounds, 3 assists, 37% from the field. Now, people have been kind of up and down on Cooper Flagg. He's had some good games, but he's also had some bad games in this game against OKC, which, by the way, this OKC team is probably one of the best defensive teams we've ever seen in NBA history. He didn't have a good game, shot 11% from the field. However, you look at these games like against the Toronto Raptors, 57% from the field, 22 points, 4 rebounds, 4 assists. And even games against Detroit, Detroit's a good team, he did pretty well as well. 8 rebounds, 4 assists, 16 points. I reckon Cooper Flagg's actually had a pretty good start to the season. I think the one thing that is a bit concerning is his plus minus. I do think his plus minus in most games is kind of negative. However, the Dallas Mavericks haven't had a good start to the season, and I think people have kind of overrated Dallas. They are 4-2, so that's kind of to be expected, but for a rookie, he hasn't had, like, if you're thinking of him in the general sense of being a rookie, he hasn't had a poor start. But for a first overall pick, you do have very high expectations. And I think just because of how well this rookie class has been this year, people were thinking and people were saying that he hasn't had a good start to his career. But I think if you put all that noise behind you and you look at these stats, it's pretty decent. And if I was averaging this in my first week of my NBA season, I would be pretty happy. Next up, we are going to Dylan Harper, who I think has been the second best rookie in this class through the first week of NBA. Obviously, the Spurs as a team have been absolutely insane. I believe they're 5-1 at the moment. Really unfortunate news though for Dylan Harper. It came out today that he is injured. I forgot, strained left calf. So I think he's meant to be out for a couple weeks, which is very disappointing because he's been playing incredibly. 14 points, 4 rebounds, 4 assists, 50% from the field. That is really nice to see from a rookie. Just being that second man to Victor Wembanyama, and he is causing some serious problems for this Spurs front office. They have a lot of really good guards. Stephon Castle, De'Aaron Fox, and now Dylan Harper. I don't know what the Spurs are going to do, but we go down here, and he has had some monster games, and this one I want to point out is this one against Brooklyn. 72.2% from the field, 20 points. 8 assists. That is, for a rookie, that is an amazing game, and he did all of that in 29 minutes in a win against Brooklyn. Brooklyn kind of suck, respectfully, but man, what a game from Dylan Harper. He's really impressed me through this first week of NBA, and I think if he comes back healthy, he could be a guy who could really push for that Rookie of the Year. Going on to the third overall pick, the Philadelphia 76ers selected what has been the best rookie in this class through the first week. He had one of the best debut games in all time. I believe he scored, 34 points? It's not on here, but yeah, I think he got like 34 or 36 points. He had the most points since Wilt Chamberlain. And that's VJ Edgecombe, averaging 20 points, 5 assists, 5 rebounds, 50% from the field. Dude, for a rookie, man, that is insane. 25-5. Jokic at the moment is averaging, I believe, around 23, 10, and like 12 and 12. Obviously, he's averaging better. But if you think about it, for a rookie, these are incredible numbers, especially for a third overall pick. But he's had some really good games, and I believe VJ Edgecombe and Tyrese Maxey have been one of the best frontcourts in the NBA. I believe they have been the best frontcourt in the NBA through the first week of basketball, and has resulted in Philly being, I believe, the first seed. I believe them and the Bulls have only lost one game, and they're 5-1. And he's had some monster games as well. 26 points, 15 points. He had his debut game with like 30 plus points. But also in the assist column, 8 7, 4, 5, 3. Even the steals, 3 steals, 3 steals, 1 steal, 1 steal. VJ Edgecombe is the current leader for Rookie of the Year. He deserves it, and he has had an absolutely insane start to his NBA career. Going on to the 4th overall pick, Conker Nipple with the Charlotte Hornets. 14 points, 5 rebounds, 2.3 assists, 46% from the field. And for a guy who's on the Charlotte Hornets, he's playing pretty well. And the Hornets actually aren't doing that bad. 3-4? Not that bad if you ask me. But look at this as well. On the road, he's played 3 games. He's actually averaging better on the road than what he's averaging at home. He's averaging 17.7 points away. That's a really cool stat. But look, he's had some huge games as well. 24 points, 20 points, 19 points. Pretty decent in the steals, averaging a couple steals, rebounds, assists. It's all there. And he's coming to this Charlotte Hornets team, which needs a bit of shooting. And he's not shooting that bad for a rookie, man. Look at these 3-point percentages. 55%, 45%, 44%. He's playing pretty well, and I think like another really just solid start to his career, especially for a guy who's known as a shooter. Normally shooters come into the league and they're not the best because they need to acclimatize to the NBA, but he's come in and he's shooting very well for a rookie. So Hornets fans, I'll be really proud of this pick. Now moving on to the 5th pick, the one and only Ace Bailey. 5 points per game, 3 rebounds, 2 assists, 27.5% from the field. Ace has not had the best start to his career. However, I do hold faith that Ace Bailey is going to improve and get better. The Jazz aren't a good team, even though they are 3-4. They've had some pretty big wins. They just won today with a Nurkic game-winning shot, which is insane. But yeah, I think Ace Bailey is kind of he's just struggling, right? Which for a rookie in his first week of the NBA, something you can kind of expect. You know, it's a different intensity, it's a different game, the NBA. He's just not been shooting well from the field at all. 13.3% from 3, 27.5 from the field. And that's resulted in him just not being there in the points column. He did have a pretty good game. I would say that this game against the Phoenix Suns, he didn't actually play horribly. However, he kind of did. 6 points, 3 turnovers, not good. 3 assists, 8 rebounds. That's really impressive. 100% from the free throw line, which is also impressive as well. So there are signs that he is or can develop into a positive NBA player, but he's not had the best first, what am I trying to say? The best first week to his NBA career, which he's a rookie, man. However, he does have high expectations because of the whole drama before the draft and being the 5th overall pick. However, this has been one of the most insane starts to a rookie class that we've seen in the NBA. I can't really remember a class that was kind of like this, where there was just like big group of players who were all very good and playing very well from game 1. So this is really cool to see, and it's a really good sign for the NBA to come. And this Rookie of the Year race is going to be really interesting. At the moment, I got it to be VJ Edgecombe. And man, Philly's got a nice record as well. I was going to say I could see Cooper Flagg overtaking him and winning that award, which I wouldn't be surprised if that happened. But the Mavs aren't that good, man. The Mavs have not had a good first week in the NBA. But yeah, this has been a really good first week for this rookie class. And yeah. Anyway, guys, thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure to comment down below who you guys think is going to win Rookie of the Year. I'm really keen to hear your guys' thoughts. If there's any way I can improve these videos, please let me know. Thank you guys for watching, and I hope you have a good one.